Chris Young, over Raptor Films. Today I'm going to talk to you about the three little words in, on and at. In English there are a lot of little words, sometimes called prepositions, which are difficult for students of English to get the hang of. But I found that there are some rules and patterns which if you look at and find them, they can help you to remember and use the words properly. So we'll give you some examples. Let's see if you can see any patterns. Well, days of the week, let's say Monday. On Monday I go swimming. Tuesday, I went to the library on Tuesday. Friday, on Fridays I usually go shopping. I was born in 1975. The World Trade Center was destroyed in 2001. Yeah. I came back to Scotland in 2012, actually. At the weekend, I like to relax. What are you doing at the weekend? For days, we use on. For years, we use in, and for the weekend, we use at. I wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning. I went to the library in the afternoon. I watch TV in the evening, but I usually sleep at night. In the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, but we say at night. Christmas Day is on the 25th of December. I'm meeting my friend to play tennis on the 3rd of October. So dates, we use on. I usually have dinner at 8 o'clock p.m. What are you going to do at 5 p.m.? Times, that's an easy one. With times we use at, don't we? At. I'll probably watch a movie on Tuesday evening. On Saturday night, I usually go to the disco, man. So it's on for days. It's in and at for evening and night. But if it's day and evening or day and afternoon, we say on. Okay. Summer. In summer, I go swimming in summer. I like to go snowboarding in winter, and so on. Seasons are in for seasons. And at New Year, we usually have lots of big partying in the streets, don't we? And hangovers in the morning of New Year's Day. On New Year's Day, we have hangovers. We have parties on New Year's Eve. So you have to be careful with that one. At Christmas, we give each other presents, but on Christmas Day, we give each other presents. So that'll confuse people probably. Okay, let's look at the patterns. Right, so we'll look at in first. Now, we use in for seasons, years, months, and centuries. So let's look at these. Is there a pattern with these four things? Can you see anything? Months, years, seasons, and centuries, we use in. And what do all of these things have in common? Well, I think they're all quite long periods of time, aren't they? And so if you can imagine a little guy standing in this long period of time, then it might help you to remember that we use in for months, seasons, years, and centuries. But I hear you shout, why do you use in for morning, afternoon, and evening? Well, I think that's a slightly different rule. We'll look at that separately. In the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, at night. Well, we're looking at it now, so let's look at it now. I think we use in for morning, afternoon, and evening because we usually do things during these periods, don't we? We're quite active as human beings. Morning, afternoon, and evening. You can do quite a lot in a morning. You can get up, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, go to school, I don't know, go to work, do a few hours of work. That's quite a lot in a morning, isn't it, when you think about it? But at night, we, as human beings, we generally don't, or we used to not do so much at night, except for sleep, or, well, sleeping is the main one, I suppose. Hey, no, let's look at on now. On. Now we use on for days, dates, days and dates, mostly. What do they have in common? Well, if you imagine a calendar lying on a surface with lots of little squares and a little guy standing on one of these dates, it might help you to remember that we use on for dates. On Monday, on the 21st of October, on the 25th of December. Okay. And the last one, at. Now, we use at for times. That's an easy one, so I won't assign a rule to that. But we also use at for festivals, festive events, or the weekend. Now, what do festivals in the UK and the weekend have in common? Well, I thought that they both last for a couple of days, or they all last for a couple of days, don't they? Christmas, when I think of Christmas, I think of the 2 or 3 days around Christmas. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and all the days running up to Christmas where the shops are telling you to buy stuff. And New Year is New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so that's a couple of days, and the weekend is a couple of days, isn't it? Or 2.5 days, depending on how you look at it. So if you imagine a little guy standing at a big signpost that says Christmas or the weekend, then that might help you to remember that we use at for festivals and the weekend and times and night. But don't worry too much about that. Number one, the weekend. At the weekend, that's right. Or on the weekend if you're in America. Don't know why they say that, but they do. Seasons. In seasons, that's right. In summer, because they're quite long, aren't they? Dates. Dates. On, that's right, because it's, if you imagine the calendar, it's on the 21st of October. Time. At, that's right, very good. At 7 o'clock, that's an easy one. Everybody knows that already. Years. That's right, in. In, why? Because it's a big time period. Days. Yes. On, because you imagine the calendar, it's on, isn't it? So on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday. Centuries. Pardon? Yes, correct. In the centuries. Why? Because it's a very big time period. In the 12th century, in the 13th century. Easter. Yes, very good. At Easter is the correct answer because it's a 2-day or 3-day festival. Months. Yes, but why? That's right. It's in months because it's a long time period, isn't it? Yes. There's a trick question. Monday morning. Are you sure? It's on Monday morning. So if you can remember these rules, on, a guy standing on a calendar for dates and days, in, for a guy standing in a long period of time, and at, for festivals and 3-day events and the weekend. Okay, that might help you. So thanks very much for listening. Goodbye.